Yeah. It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and our focus is on the Lions' bruising running back. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Lions and the Colts, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Detroit Lions.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Colts in this matchup, and they know that they are in for a fight here.
And anytime.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers for him from a week ago: 21 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4. Now it is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taken in at the 11. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week from what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Lions 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. The Lions at 7-3 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
He's going to try and do this himself.
Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Handoff as they run the counter play. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So here are the Lions to take over. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He came through with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's got room, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here come the Lions now. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
they'll look to throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner. He got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Hey, Cash! Hurry, standing!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's the option play now to the left. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go now.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2.
Ready?
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So we pass the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
2nd and 9 now. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and 3. Buffalo 18. 19 right.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. 17 yards on the pickup, and that will continue. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Draymond Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Hadn't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams with career touchdown number 75. And the Lions have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we... And we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your turkey ball games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
81 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. It's a quarterback sneak. There he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get it. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Back to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw here. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game before.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Hold the race.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Porter. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort him.
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Colts have taken a fourth quarter lead. They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Back to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. He's back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So the Colts now down by 4, a little under 30 seconds remaining. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr.
And he'll get him a first down up past the 40 as the clock ticks on.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something.
Yeah.